Push nut, best way of removing them. I believe the best way to remove a push nut is simply to drill out the wings. If you look close at a push nut, there are these little wings on the side, and when they're applied to the rod that's holding the wheel on, at some point during the process, there must be some sort of clamping mechanism that sort of clamps it down. I've seen other videos in which people are doing a fulcrum-like activity that involves basically prying the nut up. Now, the problem with applying pressure or a fulcrum-like activity is that pressure goes in both directions. And if you do that, depending on what yours is made out of, my rim is made out of plastic. It's a pressure washer. It's made out of plastic. And what I ended up doing was I have a little crack here because as the pressure was transferring down, you know, that's my fulcrum point, and I ended up cracking it, which was quite disappointing, not to mention disturbing. So at that point you go to plan B, C, or D, and mine was not to apply pressure. Don't try to, you know, apply pressure. Basically find out what's holding it on there. What's holding on there is those little wings. So I simply drilled them out. That's, to me, seems to be the smartest way of doing it. If there's another way and you know of it, feel free to leave comments and let me know, so then I don't have to do it this way either. But so then what I did was, basically what you'll need to do this particular project is a drill, pliers, because in the end you're going to just sort of slightly twist it off, but it'll pretty well come off on its own after that. Let's see, you're going to want some goggles. Everybody knows what goggles look at. So, and I have a little water bottle as I'm running the drill. As you're running the drill, you just sort of squirt it right on there as you're drilling it out, okay? That'll save the life of your drill bit, and thereby allowing you to get through the project without completely destroying the drill bit. So what I have here is a piece that from the other side already drilled out, so what I did was I simply took the drill, I started drilling, and I used a smaller bit initially, okay, to sort of start it, and then switch to a larger bit, and then as you start drilling, now keep in mind you're not trying to drill straight through, because if you try to drill straight through, you're going to end up hitting, at least with mine it's plastic, but the underside of the metal or the plastic on the opposite side. So the idea is just to remove the metal, that little wing, the little wings that were a part of this, holding this in place. So it's once you get it, it's relatively simple. I mean, it's a little time consuming because you got to get this right in the right position, and then you simply just start drilling. And you drill, squirting a little bit of water, You're going to see particles start to come away, and then as you start to see the metal sort of pull away, stop. Observe, and then work out another little area. Now, I got better as I went along, just like everything in life. This one, I lined it up perfectly right over the hole and just sort of drilled it straight out. But you're just basically trying to clear the metal away. You're not trying to dig down into there, okay? Because then you'll end up gouging out your plastic area over there and damaging the rim, okay? And you don't want to do that. All right. If you have better ideas of how to remove push nuts, because I found it a pain in the katukas, but it is the kind of thing that if you just sort of think about it, I believe that's the most efficient way of doing it. Just basically drill out those wings and pull them off. The whole bending, I mean, you'll end up damaging the rim, which is not what you're attempting to accomplish. So good luck out there.